Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss the assessment criteria for the writing section in the IELTS examination. So this is an important part of your preparation for the IELTS examination because as a student you should know that what the examiner is going to look for in your answers. It not only gives you an edge when you're writing your answer, but also gives you clarity that these are the points which you must tap into in order to get your desired band score. So let's get started. First of all, quickly I'll tell you the different types of questions which are there in the writing section. Now in the writing section you are given 60 minutes, and in these 60 minutes you have to complete two tasks which are present. So your task 1 is an academic report writing in case of your academic exam, but in case you are going for a general training exam, then it's a letter. And task 2 is same for both of these. So it's an essay writing question where you have to write an essay on the given topic or on the given question. Now let's understand what are your factors on the basis of which you are judged and given an overall band score. So the very first factor which I want all of you to pay attention to is task achievement or task response. Now, what this basically means, task response means how well you're responding to the given question. If the question is about oranges and you're talking about apples, then you're deviating and there is going to be a deduction in your band score. So make sure that you understand what is required from you for the given question. If it helps, read your question again and again, read your instructions again and again, so that you are clear in your head that what do you have to describe or what do you have to write about in the given question. So there are three things which are included or which are present in the subcategories of task response. The very first thing is your instructions. Make sure that you read your instructions again and again. Sometimes in the essay questions especially, your instructions might demand an additional paragraph. So make sure that you are well acquainted with the instructions and divide your structure accordingly. Coming to structure, that's the second thing which you have to take care of. So a lot of students make this mistake that they write their task 1 or task 2 in one long paragraph. Even if it's an essay, even if it's a report or a letter, we cannot write a long answer. You have to divide your answer into sub parts, which in this case are paragraphs. So make sure that you write at least 3 to 4 paragraphs so that you are clear how you have to divide your structure. I'm also going to attach the link of a video where I discussed the format of both task 1 and task 2. Feel free to go through those. And the third and the most important thing is word length. Now in the task 1 you have to write at least 150 words, and for task 2 you have to write at least 250 words. Now if you do not reach this particular word length, then there is going to be a deduction in your band score. So make sure that this minimum criteria is met. You can write more than this. In task 1 I would suggest that you should write around 170 to 190 words, and in the task 2 you should write around 270 to 290 words, maximum 300, but don't go beyond that. Okay, along with it, a general advice would be manage your time well. Now the essay question will take longer, so spend 40 minutes on task 2 and spend 20 minutes on task 1. This is how you should divide your time. Okay, now the next factor is coherence and cohesion. Now what is coherence and cohesion? It basically means how well connected your sentences are. Whenever you're writing sentences, they shouldn't be disjointed or they shouldn't be extremely different from one another. They should be well connected. So here you have to use certain connectors, you have to use certain linkers, and even you can use some conjunctions to join two sentences. So this brings out the connection in between your sentences. I'll give you some examples. You can use moreover, you can use in addition, you can use also. So this is how you can include different connectors and jot down your points or connect your points in a great manner. For task 1, if you're comparing something, you can use as compared to, you can use on the contrary. on the whole if you're giving the overview, etc. So make sure that your sentences are well connected. Now, the third factor is lexical resource. Again, very important. So, lexical resource is basically a synonym for vocabulary. So, you have to make sure that you portray a range of vocabulary in your answer. Do not repeat the same word again and again. Use synonyms. For example, if you're writing the word important, and this is a word which I would say comes under, or you must be present in most of your answers. So don't repeat it again and again. Use crucial, use pivotal, vital, integral, right? Essential, necessary, etc. So make sure that you know tons of synonyms, because that's the only way you're going to portray your lexical resource. In writing section, we cannot add idioms, which are one of the key factors when it comes to the speaking module. But here we cannot do that. We have to write these in a formal manner. So synonyms are your key to elevate your game in vocabulary section. And the fourth factor is grammar. How can we forget that? So, in this, basically, we have accuracy of grammar and range of grammar. Now, accuracy of grammar means that your sentences should be error free. There shouldn't be any grammatical error. It's a strict no no. So, have a look at your answer once you write it to check for any grammatical error. And if there is any error, correct it. Read your sentences, read your answers once in the end. Take care of tenses, subject verb agreement, parts of speech, singular plural, because having a grammatical error is not acceptable in the writing section. And when it comes to the range of grammar, so range basically means how good of a hold do you have on your grammatical skills. So use different tenses. If you're writing in present tense, let's say you're writing an essay, do not just stick to simple present tense. Use the present perfect, use present continuous, use present perfect continuous to portray the range of grammar. You can even use different sentence structures. I talked about conjunctions, right? So you can use conjunctions to create compound and complex sentences, because this is how you can portray the range of your grammar. I'll also tell you the different conjunctions which you can use. For compound sentences, you can use for, and, nor, but, if, yet, so. And when it comes to complex sentences, you can use because, although, unless, until. Even go with correlative conjunctions. You can use not only but also. You can use neither nor, either or. So all of these are going to showcase your level of grammar in your answer. All right, so these are the four factors on the basis of which the examiner is going to judge you. So make sure that you're well acquainted with it and check your answers for these four factors. Once you are done with your answer, check if my question was in alignment with the instructions. Have I connected all my sentences with connectors or linkers? Did I portray a well enough bucket of vocabulary, or am I using just the simpler terms? Grammar, do not forget. Check for each and every grammatical error, subject verb agreement, even punctuation. Make sure that your commas, full stops are all in place, because if there are a lot of errors in punctuation, then this can also hinder your band score. Right? So, this is basically what we did today. I hope it was helpful, and good luck for your preparation. See you next time.